Shannon, if Golden State does indeed win, are you 100% sure that Steph will finally claim his first Finals MVP?
I'm not 100% sure, Skip, but I don't think they can win without him being spectacular. Now, you're not winning without your best player being great, but you can win without him being great. I mean, because we've seen, like LeBron, when LeBron was like just off just a little, D Wade played great against Dallas, but they needed LeBron. And this is the same situation. Skip, I believe Steph Curry will be great. They need him to be great. I don't believe Jordan Poole can come off the bench and win you the series. Steph Curry is going to need to average somewhere between 25 and 30. Now, it's going to be difficult, and I'm not saying he's going to be efficient at doing it, but he has to do that, Skip. He has to stress the defense. In the process of him doing that, he's going to get Klay better looks. He's going to get Jordan Poole better looks. Wiggins will get better looks. Skip, look, this notion, if you go back and look at the Finals MVP, and it can't Skip, he scored 37 points in a Game 5. The series was tied 2-2. That's the one that you say LeBron should have been able to bring that one home. And in Game 6, to close out, he scored 25.
We're talking about LeBron or Steph?
I'm talking about Steph.
Okay.
Steph, and he scored 25 in Game 6, 13 in the fourth quarter to close in 2015.
2015.
That's the one, Skip. I believe he should have won. I get the interjected Iggy, and Iggy brought the energy.
He did.
But Steph was good. But here's the one, Skip. Over the last 35 finals, there have been 5 players to score at least 26 points a game on a winning team and not win the Finals MVP. Steph Curry is 3 of the 5. The other 2, Kobe Bryant and Kyrie Irving. Let that sink in for just a second. So Steph has been better than people think he has, been in finals games. And yes, Skip, he has to be great. I don't think he can be good because I don't think I can count on Klay every single night, Skip. We saw the first 2 rounds. Klay was really average with the exception of 2 games. The Game 6, Klay showed up. And then he showed up again in Game 5 against the Mavs. But other than that, Skip, he was averaging like 15, 16 points a game. So can you count on 15, 16 points a game? I don't believe you can. I believe Steph Curry is going to have to be good. I'm not saying, Skip, it doesn't guarantee it, but they're not winning without him being great. I'm not saying that, if he's great, no. They can't win without him. They can lose. He can be great, Skip, and they can lose. But they got zero chance if he's not Steph Curry that we know him to be. If he gives you what he's giving you over the finals, he should be just fine. He should be just fine.
Okay, I'm going to give you this. If the Warriors win and Steph wins MVP, it would be a huge put you over the top sort of feat and achievement because I assume he would have to accomplish it most of the time against the Defensive Player of the Year. Right.
And an outstanding defensive team.
A very good defensive team with great rim protection.
Yes.
So it gets harder and harder at every level to get to the rim and score the basketball because the first guy you got to get by is your nemesis who dived dangerously and recklessly into your planted foot and knocked you out for the last 12 games. And by the way, there was another play that happened later in that game down under the other end in which Marcus Smart kicked Klay Thompson and got a flagrant for it. So he's got double jeopardy going on here because they should be on a mission to get even with him.
Don't think Steve Kerr has not pointed that out to the league and to the officials that's going to be officiating this game. There's a lot of things that he do that's really, a little unnecessary, so keep an eye on it.
Okay, and again, do I think Golden State has a bunch of tough guys? I don't. They just beat you playing pure basketball. Beautiful basketball. That they don't want to fight. They want to shoot. They just want to make shots. They want to pass the basketball and beat you the right way. They're going to play the right way and beat you the right way, but they don't have a lot of enforcement going on. No. They don't want to play the way Boston wants to muck it up, rough it up, and NFL it up. Okay, so Steph, this would be an achievement because they're going to get very physical with them, starting with that Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
I'm going to give you that. I'm also going to remind you that in the biggest games over time, in the biggest stretches, you cannot write off Klay Thompson. And I am not. I keep reading that he's just not himself. You brought it up several times.
Right.
And sometimes I've agreed with you, but the more I watch him, the more confidence I see in him in his legs, because he obviously wrecked his knee and then he tore his Achilles on top of it. Career threatening.
Yes.
And it took forever to get back. And he's just now getting right. But he's only 32. He's not 35 or 37 or LeBron's 38-ish or going on 38.
Right.
He's 32. I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. And I'm going to remind everybody, before he wrecked his knee in the 2019 finals, he played 5 games, and he was on course, I thought, if they could come back in the series to win MVP. Seriously, because he was averaging 26 a game on 54% shooting from the floor, 59% shooting from 3. He was 24 of 41 from 3. That is lights out. That's beyond Steph's sensation.
Yeah, but Skip, what we haven't seen, like I said, in the playoffs, we haven't seen that. We saw a very average Clay against Memphis, except Game 6.
Okay,
we saw a very average.
You got Game 6 Clay, right? You got closeout Clay.
But do you believe?
But he made 8 threes in that game.
And he made 8 threes.
And 8 in Game
Maverick.
5 to close them out.
Do you believe he can be that in this series over the course of, say, 4, 5, 6 games?
I told you why I picked Golden State. Number one is home court advantage. Game 7, I got Warriors in 7. But I could see the evolution of this, that Steph would play at his best, his highest level, games 1 through 5, win, lose, or draw. And then all of a sudden, Clay kicks in 6 and 7 and gives you 2 huge games that win you the chip. Well,
it snatches the MVP from Steph.
Right. Well, it could happen. He's getting more and more stable on his legs. I'm seeing some new energy, and I'm seeing some new bounce in him that I had not seen through the regular season.
You believe Golden State's going to win? I think there's 10 voters for Finals MVP. 7 of them have already turned the ballot in for Steph Curry.
I would agree. You know what? You were right about that. But do not underestimate the fairy tale that would be Clay coming back from nowhere to win MVP. You don't think that story would start to gain momentum?
It would be great. Skip, honestly, I believe if Steph Curry doesn't win Finals MVP and the Warriors win, I believe Jordan Poole has a better chance of winning that award because he's the guy. Because, Skip, he's going to be going, because a lot of times that's going to be Derek White that's guarding him. That's going to be Pritchard that's guarding him with that second unit. And you know that Skip, he can get hot too. That kid there.
I've seen him go crazy.
And he's not afraid.
Like 40 hot.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to put it on the floor to get to the rack. He just won't settle. Clay occasionally, I saw him put it on the rack, got to the rim, he dunked it a couple of times.
He did.
He'll come off the 3 and shoot the mid-range. But this kid, you hug up on him, he'll go by you.
Well, I got it. But Clay is often unselfish to a fault. He will defer like crazy to Steph, especially in games 1 through 5. And then when the money gets pushed to the middle of the table, look out.
If Steph is doing great things 1 through 5, I don't know if there'll be a game of 6 and 7.
Maybe. But I think he's just going to have to hold on because Boston's really good. They're going to win some games.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah. JT.
That's why I'm going 7. You got it in 6.
I got it in 7.
You got it in 7?
I got it in 7.
I thought you had 6.
No, 7.
Oh, you saw the light.
No, had they won Game 6, I was disappointed that they lost Game 6 to Miami at home. That's the one you got to win. And so I was like, you know what? They'll handle this in 7.
Okay, so Shannon Sharp says that the Boston Celtics will beat the Golden State Warriors in their house.
It happened before.
It did it, thanks to no Steph.
No, what you mean? There you go. So what happens then? Marcus Smart might lock it down again.
Well, I think Clay's going to have to say, I got this.
I got JT going for at least 28-30 a night.
28 or 30 a night?
A night.
Okay, well then you've got him as the MVP, like runaway, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, there's no question on his side.
Skip, his points are more dead. See, I've seen Jaylen Browns go get 40 and they lose. JT get to that 40 mark, they're not losing. We saw him outgun Giannis. We see him outgun in the first round Kevin Durant. Skip, he's a different animal.
And we see him lose 4 home games, 2 to Milwaukee, 2 to Miami, and shoot 32% from 3 in those 4 games.
You know what? If I didn't notice that Jaylen Brown didn't play in any of those games that they lost at home, because you put all those losses on JT.
Because you tell me he's soon to be superstar.
Yes!
So you set his bar way up here. I keep telling you when I test, when I'm rooting against Boston.
But your eyes not very good. You don't eat carrots anymore.
They're very good, actually. like I'm 2015 because I got lazy.
I just had me some carries last night, so my eyes good.
Really?
And he good. Yeah.
Well, I keep watching Jaylen Brown look a little more explosive.
No.
The robotic JT.
Hey.
You still like that two-piece jump shot?
Hey, did you see what happened? That three in the corner, and then that buzzer beater that he got up on Jimmy Butler.
LeBron-esque.
Okay,
the buzzer beater was like, I got to shoot this.
He got to
shoot this. I have no choice. Oh, look what happened.
Why you do
accidentally made one.
Why you do this?
Where you go?
Okay. Now I want you to have the energy on Friday.
I'm going to have it.
No, you won't.
I will have it.
No, you won't.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot on
Yeah,
game one. That's what we got. Game one.
You will have no energy on Friday. You come out here. What have I told you about Steph? He plays smaller than he actually is. That's what's going to happen.
Not in a game one, he doesn't. I got game one.
No, you don't.
Thank you.
You think you do, but you don't. Celtics ready. They've been waiting for this moment.
I got game one Clay.
No.
I'm going to start a quote board for you two for the duration of this series. Okay. Game one tips off tomorrow night.
Yep.
All right, we're going back to the gridiron when Undisputed returns. Have Dak and Zeke taken a back seat on the Cowboys roster?
Lord have mercy.
Hard to imagine.